All right, going to be a busy day out and about. We're headed out very shortly, and we're going to be visiting various coaches throughout the region, and kind of like the studio warm-up for the Power of Bowser Friday Night Lights action this week, Trinity at Bethel Park. So many people help us with it, including the Allegheny Health Network in conjunction with Highmark, a healthcare company. Man, there's just so many good people like Coons Market, Diulis Law, and the list goes on and on. Those Parmar stores that I absolutely love. So, get ready for more exciting football action. Quest for the Best tomorrow night. Dan Zangrilli, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette's Mike White. Man, don't you just love football and those Friday night lights? But I also love those Pittsburgh Steelers, and that's why I'm joining you here today before I head out. You know, Mr. Rooney and I used to have a lot of conversations at his office, and it always seemed to come back to high school football, his beloved North Catholic. And we just sat there and I listened and learned. And whenever I think of Friday Night Lights, I think of Mr. Dan Rooney, but I also think of our Pittsburgh Steelers. They just kind of go hand in hand, right? Well, this week, it's the first home game of the year, Acrisure Stadium, the excitement. Listen, I covered those parking lots in that stadium that was Three Rivers for years, and in the early days of then Heinz Field. And I must tell you, being on the air with the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday show, getting ready for any 1 o'clock kickoff home game, it's a spectacular feeling. People coming through those Squirrel Hill tunnels, those Fort Pitt tunnels, up Ohio River Boulevard, 279 coming from the North Hills. It's all about the Steelers, right? First home game is always so special. And you know, that organization brings so much money into the great city of Pittsburgh. Do you realize how many dollars are spent when the Steelers are at home? I can tell you there are a lot of people in the food and beverage business that this is truly like a holiday for them, especially the first game of the year. And I know we at Coons Market, that McKnight Road store, that Banksville Road store, those cafes, over 600 varieties of your favorite beers, microbrews, craft beers, and more, grab-and-go food. Hey, man, it's the place you need to be on your way to the stadium, right? For that big tailgate, and also for that home tailgate. But I want to talk a little X and O's. Justin Fields is going to get the start again. But you know, even though the Steelers are 2-0, there are still people talking about their lack of offensive power, meaning they're not putting it into the end zone enough. Look, Chris Boswell's foot has been golden. Justin Fields has been mistake-free. This is a young offensive line, and you still have a couple of running backs who are trying to figure it out. And one thing I want to say about that running back, Najee Harris, even though things may have not worked out, and he's had 1,000-yard season after 1,000-yard season, this young man is playing some really hard-nosed football. I like his moxie. I like his swagger. I like his football mentality. And Justin Fields is only 25, and to watch him scoot out of the backfield with that blazing speed, giving us something we haven't had in years, and he's got a powerful arm. Once he gets in sync and they start to open up those passing lanes, you're going to see this offense where a lot of people have said they have sputtered. I think they're going to turn things around. Now, make no mistake about it, Coach Harbaugh and Justin Herbert, this is a tall task because the bolts, meaning the Chargers, can ignite and they can send a lightning bolt quickly on that scoreboard and get ahead quickly. If the Steelers defense, which is truly one of the best in the business, can keep them in check, we're going to know by the end of the first quarter if the Steelers actually are going to be able to hold them at bay. Look, it's not so much about the Steelers scoring a lot of points. It's about the defense stopping Justin Herbert, one of the best in the business, 6'5" prototype quarterback, from scoring early and often. So look at the defensive side of the football. After that first quarter, I want you to see where that score is, and that's going to give you a good barometer of where this team is going to be at the end of 60 minutes of football. Coach Tomlin, once again, impeccable at his press conference. He gives you what you need, and for those of us in the business, he always gives us something to talk about. And I think so far, it's good what he's doing with this quarterback situation. And look, with everything that happens in the league, in the way of injuries, you just never know. Russell Wilson is there, Cal Allen the backup. And if Fields can continue to progress, who knows? Maybe Russell Wilson will have an opportunity, if not here, somewhere else. I think he deserves it, but patience is a virtue in everything. So let's just relax on saying the Steelers aren't scoring enough. Let's get to week 3 and welcome one of the best young quarterbacks the league has ever seen in Justin Herbert. He too, worth the price of admission. Hey, AccuShore Stadium, it's the home opener. Hey man, don't you just love it? Don't forget those Coons Quality Food Sports Reports Saturday and Sunday morning beginning at 5:15 a.m. and every half hour up until 7:45 a.m. And of course, the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show each and every week at 11 a.m. on KDK Radio. So we're heading out to high school. We're going over to see Geneva College's Gino DeMarco. What a busy day! I hope you'll join me along the way, your Pratte Pack. And remember, how do you find that Coons Market nearest you? Click on coonsmarket.com. And there's always more sports, like right now and always, 937thefan.com.